Across the country, millions of kids are choosing flag football. Driven by safety concerns, Olympic inclusion, and the rapid rise of girls' participation, flag football isn't just growing, it's exploding. And companies are taking notice, not just to sponsor, but to embed themselves into the experience. This is a glimpse at the future of flag football and the business behind it. We're at the Unrivaled Flag Football World Championships, the biggest youth flag football event in the country. Thousands of athletes, teams from all over, and a sport that's growing faster than almost anything in youth sports right now. But what's really interesting isn't just what's happening on the field, it's what's happening around it. With the growing awareness around concussions, parents looked at flag football as a safer alternative to tackle. Now, with the rise of USA Football's Ashley Clam and Benita Crouch, participation is exploding among girls, and with flag football heading to the Olympics, the momentum is real. Parents like it, schools are adopting it, and operators are building entire businesses around it. But this isn't replacing football, it's actually expanding it. There's now a significant increase in the total addressable market for football, and flag keeps kids playing the sport longer. And when participation grows, brands are sure to follow. You've got apparel companies, performance brands, and platforms all trying to get in front of the same customer, families. And if you want to know what brands families are spending on, all you have to do is go to the source.
I have the Untouchables on my feet, you already know. Nike on the cleats.
The Nike Untouchables.
Battle cleats off. Battle cleats on.
Got Kobe's on the feet.
And I got Ross 500 on.
I got Ross 500.
Elevate, Ross 500, Cabeza t-shirt, Under Armour.
Glasses from Reyes.
This is from Reyes.
Battle cleats from Dick's. Mouthpiece from Dick's. Bands from here. The Under Armour tent.
Next gen arm sleeve. Patella bands off a TikTok shop. Nike socks, Nike tights.
Underdog gloves on there, Christian brand actually.
Turquoise, Nike Vapor gloves.
I got Rival gloves.
Nike gloves, they're the 9.0 Vipers.
Gloves are from Rival.
These are next gen gloves.
Gloves, Under Armour, of course.
I got the gloves from God Fearing Athlete.
Those the last supper gloves?
One of the major winners from flag football's rise in popularity is Ross 500, a former D1 football player turned influencer and now Under Armour athlete who promotes the Elevate Impact brand through apparel and training.
We were doing some fit checks with the athletes around here, girls, boys, both of them, all of them,
Parents,
15,
don't
20,
matter.
they all have Elevate on.
That's right.
A really big thing we see right now in a trend in youth sports is like brands getting back in and getting and making money off of athletes, but they're also reinvesting.
That's what it's about, because I can't do anything that I'm doing without them. So I have to make sure that I'm ready, I'm prepared when I come in these kind of places to, dap up, shake hands, engage with them, see, more about them than just playing a football game. But how you do anything is how you do everything. So I just believe to make sure I'm giving back, showing them the way to be a YouTuber, influencer, whatever they want to be, that they can do it if you start somewhere.
What else are you guys looking forward to down the line for Elevate and Under Armour?
Elevate and Under Armour is something that I feel like is just going to grow tremendously over flag football, real football, basketball, baseball. We want to take over everything, but the main thing is we just want to be involved. We want to be involved in the youth, but even more the women. I like women for flag so much. They're so good, and it's just like, man, I never knew it would be like this.
Another brand that's benefiting is Reyes, a high-performance sports sunglass company engineered for style, speed, and durability that have been worn by the likes of Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, and more.
Why do you think it's become a good brand with like flag football and like youth sports?
Obviously, affordability is a big part. We are charging $40. Second part of it is the designs, right? Like nobody else in the world is doing the colors we are doing. We started the ice cream trend. We started the cotton candy trend. The kids they're not gonna really connect with logo, or they're not gonna really connect with plain black or plain red shades. They want something, they already love.
How do they hold up, during like a physical game, kind of like flag football can be?
So, they're made from athletes by athletes, so they're very durable. When you hit them, they kind of like just play it so it doesn't hurt your eye or anything.
Where do you kind of see the future of it? Where do you see like the projections growing?
I think Los Reyes is going to be a 9-figure brand in 2 years. So we have about 50,000 UGC creators. They're mostly either moms or young guys making videos about our brand, posting them on platforms, TikTok, Instagram. And we have moms that are making $10,000 a month promoting Los Reyes. I was going to also mention we have a Los Reyes Foundation, so we sponsor about 3 teams to come down here. We pay for their travel and hotels.
That's a huge thing we always talk about, like reinvesting. Like Dick's Sporting Goods, huge brand, but then they also reinvest through like Game Changer, or they reinvest through their tech platforms, or they reinvest through their foundation and everything. So that's awesome that like these major brands are coming down here, and they're not only, you know, making sales, they're also giving back to some of flag football. How important is major brand reinvestment? I mean, Under Armour obviously is a big partner here. You have other partners that are lining the vendor tents and everything. Keep registration low, team fees low, jersey apparel fees low.
Very important, and really from two standpoints. You know, a lot of us at Unrivaled come from a brand background, so we really think in terms of how brands serve consumers or serve athletes. So the two things are, as you just said, we're enlarging on, it's a big part of how we help make this accessible for as many people as possible. That's super important. But the second is, we try hard to the greatest extent, and you can see it here, to bring in brands that really make sense here, that are accretive to the whole experience, that people would expect to find, and that add to it, right? Whether that's a nutrition supplier or a protection supplier, or Under Armour's been a great partner. You know, they donated all of our uniforms. So those partners are really important, both to how we put on the event, but really the experience for the athletes.
Free parking doesn't hurt either, by the way. We appreciate that.
Right?
You don't see that a lot of youth sports.
No, you don't these days.
But it's not just the brands that are the story here. It's also the operator. Sure, Unrivaled Sports is running the tournament, but behind the scenes, they're building a massive flag football platform. And here's how. You have the leagues, which is recurring revenue. You have tournaments, which is event-driven revenue. Then you have national championships, which are premium experiences offered to the athlete. And finally, the partnerships for the brand and distribution.
You guys are partnered with Brees. What went into that? What was kind of the goal behind that? What was the strategy behind that?
We first met Drew, and pretty quickly we both realized that the other was looking for a partner to amplify what we're doing, right? We're not signing athletes for names. It's not an NIL thing for us. The reason we chose Drew is he's one of the very foremost accomplished football athletes who is so dedicated to the game. He's essentially, I'd say, the #1 voice for us of flag football authentically within the game from a male standpoint. We partnered with Ashley Clam to be the female version of that.
When you mix the leagues, acquisitions, and partnerships together with Unrivaled's already impressive diamond portfolio, that is what scale looks like in this era of youth sports. And events like this aren't just about the games on the field. The economics don't hurt either. According to Experience Kissimmee, the 2025 Flag World Championships generated almost $12 million and 23,000 hotel stays. When you can guarantee a premium experience, teams will travel.
Illinois, we drove.
What was the drive?
2 days.
Nova Scotia, Canada.
We're upstate New York.
We're from Mexico.
How long was the flight?
Around 3-4 hours.
Toledo, Ohio. We had to fly into Baltimore, and then we flew out of Baltimore to Tampa, and then I drove from Tampa to Orlando.
A nice little flight from Connecticut, so it was about 3 hours.
Fort Myers, Florida. A little under 3 hours to get here.
Miami-Dade County.
Drive?
Yes, sir. 4 hours.
From Hawaii. Flight was probably like 11 hours long. We're having a blast over here.
When you add up travel spend, registration fees, sponsorship dollars, and merch, a single weekend like this can generate millions in total economic activity. And when you start to zoom out, you see what's really happening. Flag football isn't only growing, it's also becoming structured. You're starting to see more consolidation in a fragmented industry, which brings in more participation, more brands to help lower costs, more events to grow the sport, and more capital flows into this space to provide better experiences. But even though popularity is rising and participation records are being shattered, there's still massive opportunity in a fragmented flag industry. With no standard of rules and no system for stats in place, or what makes a good flag football athlete.
There's really not a great community for the flag football athlete right now. There's no definition of good, right? How do you know that you are good or not? And you need to know, teams need to know, scouts need to know, because now you can go from high school to college and college to the Olympics. And how is a scout going to find you in high school? Well, they need some information on you, not just Instagram highlights. And there's really not even game stats at scale.
So I'll leave you with this. Can one company unify the whole thing and win the business of flag football? Well, Unrivaled looks better positioned than anyone.